Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So recently I've been on a very big decluttering kick. I've been going through all areas of my apartment and just seeing what I can get rid of. It's very kind of therapeutic and like feels really good to just get rid of things that I'm not using. So recently I tackled my bookshelf and this was a hard one for me. Honestly, I have not gone through my bookshelf and got rid of things. Probably it's been, I don't even know. I haven't done it maybe since like high school, because I have some of my books I have are from high school, but I know I had more books in high school that I kind of like when I went off to college and then moved out into my own apartment, just books that never kind of came with me. And honestly, some of those, I don't know if they're still like at my parents' house or if they've just been like, okay, I'm not going to use these and have gotten rid of, but whatever. So it's been a long time, long overdue for me to go through my books, and it's gotten to the point that I have so many books that they're overflowing into my room, and it just was like at the point it's just too much. I don't have enough storage for all these books, so I really need to make some space for new books. And all the books I'm getting rid of, I think it's just over 30. I think I counted I had like 31 books I'm getting rid of. These are all books for this first round of me going through my bookshelf. I definitely could do it again. But these are books that, not all of them, well, a lot of them are old, yes, but it's books that I either just am not into the genre of book or type of book anymore, or books that I just remember that I didn't really like, so there's no point for me to keep them. Other books I have on my bookshelf, even if they are old, I want to have stuff that I really remember that I love to read and stuff that I would be interested in rereading. Any of these, I just have no interest at all in rereading, so there's no point for me to keep them. So I will show you everything that I'm going to get rid of. There is a lot of books, so I won't go into a lot of detail for all of them. I'll just kind of quickly show you everything, and then if I have any thoughts, I can share those as well. So let's just get started. So I do have several books. I have multiple ones by the same author, so I'll try to show those together. So firstly, there's these 3 books. So these are by the authors. It's a team of authors, Emma McLaughlin and Nicola Kraus. So this is the team of authors that wrote the Nanny Diaries. If anyone remembers that book, it was really popular. I don't even know when that would have been popular, like 2004, I want to, maybe early 2000s, I'll say. I won't put a year to it. But I really love that book. So then I picked up, over the years, other books by this author too, hoping that something could be as good as that. But I have to say I've been generally disappointed with the subsequent books from these authors. So the first one is Citizen Girl. I think this is their second novel that they wrote. And I just remember hating this. I think I read this in college. I don't know why I've kept it for so long. I remember really disliking it when I read it. A lot of these books that I'm getting rid of, I noticed a theme. It's all like, I've just got my first job and like my life's so hard, blah, blah, blah. This one is, let's see. It says, working in a world where a college degree qualifies her to make copies and coordinate file folders, 24-year-old girl is struggling to keep up. So it's like, oh, poor me, my life. And then the main character in this doesn't really have a name. She just goes by Girl. So I just remember really disliking this. So that can go. And then they wrote a sequel. This was a few years ago. They wrote a sequel to the Nanny Diaries, Nanny Returns. So it's her 12 years later. I just didn't really find this necessary, and I remember just, this was okay, just no need for me to keep that or read that again. And they also wrote, this is Between You and Me. So in this book, it's 2 cousins, and one of the cousins is this really famous pop star, and she has like a nervous breakdown. So the book is supposed to be similar to like, or the main character is supposed to be like comparable to like Britney Spears when she had a nervous breakdown. I mean, this was okay. I just remember not loving this one. So that can go. And then I have 3 books by Lauren Weisberger. So she wrote Double Wears Prada, and I really remember liking that book. I love the movie, and I think I reread the book after I watched the movie, and I just felt like the movie was so much better. So I contemplated getting rid of that book, but I decided to keep it for now just because I was unsure. But the other books by this author, I've just not been impressed with. So I have Everyone Worth Knowing. This is one I was really big into books about like PR and Hollywood and that whole scene. I don't know, like quite a few years ago. So this is about, she's like a publicist or something in Hollywood, just whatever. Then Chasing Harry Winston. I don't know. I mean, first of all, off the cover is just awful. Like a shoe, and they're like chasing after marriage or something. It's like has 3 different main characters. I just remember really not liking this when I read it. And then Last Night at Chateau Marmont, and I know I'm butchering that name, and I know that's like a place where like celebrities go, I don't know, in like Hollywood or whatever. This one, I think it's like a couple, and the husband has always been this small-time musician. He finally like hits it big, so it's about the strain on their relationship. I think it was okay. I think I kind of liked it, but not enough to ever pick it up again, so that can go. Then I have this book. This is Cleaving by Julie Powell. So she's the one that wrote Julie and Julia, which I really love that movie with Meryl Streep and Amy Adams. So I think I watched the movie, really liked the movie. Then I read the book that she wrote where she's trying to do all Julia Child's, like Julie's trying to cook through Julia Child's cookbook. So I did like that. I mean, that was enjoyable enough, and I really liked the movie. This one is like a sequel to that. And this one, she talks about like cheating on her husband, and she gets really into butchery. I don't know. I just thought this was awful. I didn't like that. I don't know. Like, don't write something about like, oh, I'm like cheating on my husband. I can't relate to you, ladies. So this I can get rid of. That was pretty bad. I'm being pretty harsh here, but you know. These are by Candace Bushnell. So she had done like a little series of the Carrie Diaries, and this was actually turned into a TV show that was canceled. I think it was on like the CW. So this is just Carrie Diaries. So it's Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City, like as a teenager. I remember kind of liking this one, so I'm not really sure who the audience is supposed to be. I think that's one of the problems with this is the Sex and the City people that watch that, they're not going to want to really read like a YA teen-aimed book, and teenagers might not give a crap about Carrie Bradshaw. So I thought this was good. And then there's the second one. I think it's Summer in the City. I remember just not really liking this one. So I'm just going to get rid of both of those. Okay, so this is a random book. This is La Affaire by Diane Johnson. I think the first one, this is like a sequel, I think. Actually, I don't even know now because there's La Affaire and La Divorce, and I think Divorce was made into a movie with like Kate Hudson. I don't know. I don't think it was very good or memorable or anything. This I had read, and then my friend got it for me like at a used bookstore, and I was like, okay, because I got it at like the library or something. So I've never reread this, and I don't remember it being particularly great, so I'll get rid of that one. Oh, these are kind of fun. So Sweet Valley High. I used to be into Sweet Valley High. Like, I'd get the books from the library, like the original Sweet Valley High. I liked they did like a junior high, like it was like late 90s, like the junior high, but they wrote it like in modern day. Then they did like the senior yearbooks, like early 2000s. So I used to really be into this series. And this is another like offshoot, like spin-off of the series. So it's when Elizabeth was like went to London or something. I don't know. I have like a random book in this series. This might have been. This is like the 4th book. I might have gotten the other ones at the library or something, and I've just been keeping this. I have no purpose for that. And then recently, a few years ago, so these are by Francine Pascal. So she came out with Sweet Valley High, like 10 years later type of books, like reunion sort of books, what's happened to these people's lives. I just remember this wasn't very good, like no point to do that, so get rid of that. I have a Jane Green novel. So I have quite a few Jane Green novels. I think I have a lot of them. This is one I'm deciding to get rid of. Her newer novels I haven't been liking as much. I liked her more novels, maybe the late 90s type novels. I just remember not being a super big fan of this. I don't know. Not much to say about it, but getting rid of that one. Here's another. This is like a publicist. This is So 5 Minutes Ago by Hilary de Vries. So, I mean, first of all, the cover of this is just so, like, whatever. Not that the cover matters, but I don't know. I feel like some of these are just so, I was so into those, like, Hollywood, I'm a publicist type of books, and I don't even know why. I just don't remember this being super great, nothing I'd want to reread. And then I was into, like, Hollywood publicists and then New York socialites. I don't know. I don't know what that is about. So I have Bergdorf Blondes. This is by Plum Skies. I don't know. Plum Skies is like a socialite or something. I don't know who she is, but she's someone. I just don't remember this book being very good. Like, who cares? And then I thought this was a sequel when I was going through the books, but I realized it wasn't. It's just the second book by Plum Skies. It's the Debutante Divorcee. And I remember Bergdorf Blondes might have been okay, but this one I think was, like, awful. I remember for ones I wasn't really sure about, I was looking up, like, how many stars they have on Amazon. This one might have had, one of the books had, like, only, like, 1 or 2 stars or 1.5 stars. I think this one had a really low rating, so no point to keep that. Okay, I have some paperbacks. So this one is Lost and Found by Carolyn Parkhurst. So this was like a mother and daughters on a reality television show, and then the show is going to reveal like secrets about all the contestants. I don't know. I just remember like this was okay, but not something that I would ever pick up again. So that's that. This one is Roommates by Whitney Lyles. First of all, like it looks, like I was looking at it, I'm like, it looks kind of self-published, which I mean, it's cool or whatever, but I guess it's a Penguin Berkeley book. Just, I don't know. Oh gosh. So this is just someone who has like horrible roommates, or like goes and has all these different roommates. I don't even know. Nothing. I don't remember really liking that one. Okay, here's two by another author duo, which I don't know what it is about author duos. I guess maybe that helps the writing process, or they can bounce ideas off one another. But honestly, I don't know if it, like, if you end up with a great book, I don't know if I have any example of a great author duo working together. Like, I could see it could work if there's two distinct character voices that you're alternating between, and one wrote one character and one wrote the other. I think that could work out really well. These books, I just don't see, like the Nanny Diary authors, I don't see the point of that. This is another author duo. This is Carrie Karasyov and Jill Kargman. I don't even know. But this is The Right Address, and then Wolves in Chic Clothing. So these are two, like, not Hollywood, these are Park Avenue, New York socialite sort of society books, whatever. Get rid of those. And then I have a few books by Claire Naylor. So she is, I think, like a British author. I used to really love books by her. I still have a few. I kept a few of them that I liked a little more. But first of all, these mass market paperbacks, like, they get a smell and, like, start yellowing. They're just not really meant to like last that long, so I could never see myself like reading this. But they're all about like single girls who don't have luck in love and then whatever. So dog handling, a good man is hard to train. Like really, I'm not going to read that. Catching Alice. I had these books, like I think those were like college, and this one I've only read, I think maybe last year. I just remember it not being that enjoyable. I hate these taglines. She could run from love, but not in those heels, so whatever. And then Love, a User's Guide. Whatever. This book, Most Uncommon Degree of Popularity. This is by Kathleen Gillis Siddell, I think. This book, I think I got it at a used bookstore. It's about a mom and then her daughter like starts getting bullied in school. I just remember not finding this interesting at all. I remember it being super boring, so not going to read that one again. I'm like throwing all the books on the ground. This one, A Dive from Clausen's Pier by Ann Packer. Now this one, I will say, this one was well written. However, I just found this so boring. This took me forever to read, and I just actively dislike the main character in this book. It's about a woman. She's like early 20s or whatever, 23. She's engaged to her like longtime high school boyfriend, and he gets in a diving accident and is paralyzed. So it's all about that, and I just did not like her as a character, so this I would never read again. That one can go. This one, Schooled. This is by Anisha Lakhani. This is a another like New York book where she gets a job at an elite like Manhattan private school, and she's like a tutor, or starts being a tutor to make more money. I don't know. I just didn't really like the main character in this as well, and wouldn't reread that one. This one, I really love the color, like the cover of this, the color and the little like cute, I don't know. I think this looks cute. This is Frenemies by Megan Crane, and I just remember not really enjoying this, not really liking the main character of this either. But that one I wouldn't read again. Oh, this. I should have included this with the Carrie Diaries ones. This is Sex and the City by Candace Bushnell. So she like had a column where she wrote like articles. It's not really articles. It's like little short stories almost that follow some of the same characters. I guess this was like the inspiration for the TV show. This just, I don't know, wasn't real. This isn't like a novel. So this is not something that I would reread again. Oh, this one. This is MWF Seeking BFF by Rachel. Here. This is what her last name is. Don't know. So this is a nonfiction book, and it's about a woman. She like moves to a new city, and she realizes she doesn't really have any like girlfriends. So she's trying to like, she's married, but she's basically like dating to get like friends. So it's kind of an interesting concept, but I just found this really super boring. I feel like she wasn't quite being 100% like truthful. You couldn't say like, oh, I really hated, like I met this person, I really hated them. Oh my gosh, this is super annoying. I don't know. I just found this like kind of boring, and it took me forever to read. I mean, I love the cover. I think it's super cute. But, I mean, there's no use keeping this just because the cover is cute. It's nothing I would ever read again. Okay, almost done. So this is The A-List by Zoe Dean. I think this was like a series. This is like the first book in the series, like a young adult series. I think this book is probably fine. I probably had this since like high school, and I just wasn't interested in continuing on the series. So that can go. And then this is a book I've read recently. This is The Friendship Test by Elizabeth Noble. So this is a book I've had on my bookshelf for a very long time, unread. And then I read it last month in February, and it was okay. It's just nothing that I would ever read again. And I think I'll do my best now when I do actually read things and read some stuff that I'm not that crazy about, just maybe pass it along versus like keeping it. But this one I'm also letting go of. So that's everything. I hope this video was somewhat interesting. I just think it's kind of interesting to see like the reasons why people get rid of certain things. But yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.